before and I will happily say it again. It's like a holiday when Viseart has a new palette out, and they do. This is, let me proudly introduce you to the brand new Viseart Apricotine Lumiere Etendu. Ooh, it is, we're going to compare it to the original Apricotine palette, and I'm also going to chat with you about some new products to accompany it from Urban Decay, an amazing new liner and tubing mascara. You know I love a tubing mascara. It's like everything I love in one video, along with swatches outside in the warm California sunshine, except there's no warm California sunshine right now. It's pouring rain here. We have flash flood warnings and everything. But we're going to do it all today with me, Rebecca. I'm a fashion and beauty editor. I've done this for a hella long time, about 25 years, and that gave me the courage, the audacity, the moxie to bring Not Fit for Print Beauty, because, you know, we're not in print anymore, right here to YouTube so that you can have a sort of digital beauty magazine every day or so. With new products, reviews. I've reviewed thousands upon thousands. I've done this professionally for so long that I hope that you guys have learned that you can trust me. And you know, let me tell you, I'm really proud of something. We did our end of the year, every year at the end of the year I do a community beauty awards. And one of the questions I put out this year is what this channel has introduced you to. And you know what won? Viseart. So many, a very large percentage of you said that you had not tried or found or fell in love with Viseart until I told you about them. And that is a great sense of pride for me because I love Viseart. And today, not only are we going to look at this new Apricotine Lumiere Etendu palette, we're going to also talk about why it is that Viseart is so beloved and in their niche with makeup artists and home use as well. Plus, do you know that at ViseartParis.com, if you use code Rebecca10, plus I do have a link down below to make it easier, but if you use code Rebecca10, you're going to save 10% on your entire order at ViseartParis.com, and any savings we can get is pretty darn cool, isn't it? Right? Okay, so go on over there, tell them I said hi, save some money, but let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look at this palette right here first, okay? Here it is. The palette is $44. Of course, you'll save 10% with my code Rebecca10. But there it is. And here it is compared to the original. This was the original Petite Pro Apricotine right here. Different shades, completely different colors. Completely different shades. So here's the original. I don't think you can even get this anymore. Here's the brand new one. It's just, and you know, it's funny because you can see that Viseart has kind of changed with the times a little bit. Like this was a lot deeper shades, this original, and this is a lot lighter because we're doing so much lighter makeup looks right now. Now, I always take everything outside into the warm California sunshine, but we got none of it today. So forgive me, you are in the bathroom lighting that is mimicking sun lighting, but I think you can see these beautiful shades anyway. So let's take a look at every shade in the brand new Viseart Apricotine Lumiere Etendu, 12 shades. They're all kind of candied, beautiful soft creams and sugared apricots and honey-kissed cocoa. It just reminds you of like chocolate dipped dried apricots or something. It's so pretty. And we're going to do a really pretty look with it as well. And I'll show you what I mean here, guys. Let's take, for instance, let's just kind of dip into one of these shades here. This is kind of one of these candied apricot colors. And then we'll dip into it from the original, okay? They're not the same shade, but I'm just kind of showing you the difference. See, that's a lot deeper. That's the original, and this is kind of this redone. I mean, they work well together. But I'm just showing you that this is almost more on trend. And Viseart doesn't really worry about what's on trend. They are artistes, as I always say, and they come up with these innovative, amazing, artistic color stories. They're not worrying about anything except what their community would like, community of makeup artists, home use as well. So it's not like they're worried about that, but it's still I feel very on trend with that update, I feel. Just beautiful, though. And you know, the looks that I'm going to do here are not makeup artist looks. I'm an editor, and so I do this professionally. But you know, in terms of the Viseart community, I'm just someone who appreciates the artistry. I'm not myself a makeup artist, I'm an editor. But I think I can give you a good idea of these formulas and the way they're so true with the way they commit themselves to the shades they use and these buildable, beautiful formulas, which we'll talk about when we're using them. But I'm going to stick it with some new products from Urban Decay that I just feel you should know about. Urban Decay has 2 new products out that they did send over, and Viseart sent this over as well, so I'm rolling in beautiful products that were sent to me, and I'm very grateful. One of them that from Urban Decay is this 24/7 liquid stick retractable waterproof eyeliner with a brush. It comes in 9 different shades. We're going to use this kind of brown shade, but you got to see this. One side has this really lovely brush on it, and the other side has this kind of retractable, almost blade. It almost looks like it would be for the eyebrow. But like, here's the brown we're going to be using. And it's almost like it's liquid. See how beautiful that is? But you should see the shades. I mean, there's this beautiful blue and this beautiful like olive green. But there's like 9 different shades. All of these products I'm going to link below in the description bar. And then where I can, I'll stick them up here in YouTube Shopping, which is a great, if you haven't used YouTube Shopping, you can click on it and the video still plays. Like, look at this kind of olivey shade. So you've got this retractable blade. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. So I love it. And then we're going to look at this tubing mascara. We'll do it in the demo. They have this new tubing mascara. Please pardon the horrible name. It's called Tube Job. But it is a lash augmenting mascara. So these beautiful new eyeliners in 9 shades are $26 each. They're like if Victoria Beckham Beauty lasted longer and didn't run and was more affordable. Honestly, they're great. And this tubing, I love a good tubing mascara. I don't know about you. A tubing mascara, I always tell you guys this, it forms a tube around the lash, so it washes off with really just warm water or maybe some soap. You don't have to use anything harsh, and it will like leave like kind of like ribbons, you know. This is a great tubing mascara, $25, and it has, this is the brown shade, but it has kind of the flat end and then the little bristled end, but it's flat so you can get right at the base, almost a tight line. And it comes in 5 different shades that match hair colors. I've been playing with the black. We're going to use the deepest, darkest brunette. There is even, my blondies out there, a platinum one that I've been using, to be honest with you, as like a lash primer, because why not? But you got to see the color of this. I'll just show you on the wand. I mean, if you are the blondest of blondes, and I've been using it, it's just a great tubing mascara. I love the wand. Great product. Urban Decay is a little bit like Tarte, and here's what I mean. Let me explain. They come out with a lot of products that frankly can be forgettable, but when Urban Decay has a good, reliable product, it is good and it is reliable. And both this 24/7 liquid stick retractable waterproof eyeliner for $26 and these different tubing mascaras in 5 different kind of hair shades, you know, for $25 are fantastic. A great tubing mascara. I love a good tubing mascara. I love Viseart. I was sent these products, so I am in hog heaven, admittedly. Let's go to the demo and try all this on so I can show all these pretty products off to you, and then we can get down to chatting in those comments. Let's go right now. Okay, let's do a really pretty kind of like a sugared apricot look with our brand new Viseart palette. And then we've got some, like I told you, some Urban Decay products to try out. Just kind of complement the look because they're eyeliners and mascaras, and I've been playing with them and I know they're good, but I wanted to show you guys as well. Okay, so let's start here. I've got some rougher brushes. This is the 15 Max, so I could go over the whole eye with it. This is maybe a bit boring, so bear with me to start with this shade, but the thing about Viseart, I'm just going to put this all over the eye, almost like a primer here. The thing about Viseart is that they do every shade well. Their formula is very kind of thin. I want to talk about the formula a little bit. Thin and buildable. but it doesn't really poof into the air. I mean, it's very finely milled, but it's not that it poofs up into the air. There's not a lot of kickback. They're able to do thin, kind of really traditionally almost retro powdery products without a lot of kickback, a lot of mess in the pan, a lot of mess fallout outside of the pan or anything like that. They're really kind of stable, dependable formulas, okay? So that was a bit boring. I realized that shade. But let's kick it up a little bit without any kick up in the pan. Here, this really pretty orange shade. Viseart has always been, I always talk about them as being experts with the difficult shades of like purple and such, which doesn't really come into play in this palette. The other thing they do really well are mattes. They've always done mattes well, and over the years I've watched their pretty shimmery shades get even prettier, but they just make these really dependable, there's the word I was looking for, really dependable matte shades. I'm going to keep this brush here. I'm sticking with this matte and going into this shade right here. It's almost a chocolatey, like a chocolate dipped apricot. Okay. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's play with some of these shimmers. We can do that with our fingers. We could do that with a brush. I'm going to use my fingers because I think it's going to give us the most payoff, but I'll use maybe a brush inside too. How about this beautiful kind of golden shade? Isn't that nice? And I'll put it on with my fingers. There's no fallout here. Fingers application ensures that because of the warmth of my finger, though it's a little chilly in my house right now. However, I don't know, I like to apply it with my finger. And you know, it's funny, you could also use these shimmer shades on the face. I don't tend to make face palettes out of Viseart palettes. I do that for some reason with Guerlain. I don't know why, but you could here too. I don't know why I'm not. I'm going to put on even more of this because I like it. And then I'm going to take this Rephr number 3 brush, and I think I'll go into this really pretty little kind of orange shimmer, apricot shimmer, and just kind of gently put that into the inner corner. What do you think? Now let's kick it up a little bit. I would be done now. This is my eye look, but you know, you guys are here with me. So I'm going to go in with this mini 1 brush from Rephr into this shimmer kind of brown shade. And I'm just gonna, you know, add a little more. Let's just play. I would be done, but I'm just gonna add a little more just for fun because you guys are here. Let's add some depth. Oh, I like it better. See? Sometimes the enemy of good is better, but in this case I actually like it. So I'm glad we played a little bit. What do you think? And now let's add in these Urban Decay products. I'm just gonna do a boring kind of brown shade, but you got to see the way these work. We've got this brush on one side and then this retractable blade, almost like a eyebrow type of blade. And I'm going to show you how this works. It is almost like the consistency of a liquid, and I'm using it in the waterline, and look at how rich that is. I mean, it'll almost get away from you if you let it. And look at how deep that brown is. I mean, you don't even have to warm this up. You know, usually you'll warm up this is such a luxurious formula. It's almost like a liquid. It isn't a liquid. I can still control it. But the reason they give you the brush is if you use it onto I'll show you just a little bit here, onto the lid a bit, then you can just take that brush and smooth it out. Look, I can almost do like a little wing with it. See that? It is so creamy and so almost wet that it will get away from you if you let it. But, you know, just, you can handle it, trust me. And that's a really pretty product from Urban Decay and comes in so many. And then you retract the little blade. And look at how rich and chocolatey that brown is. You know, just a boring brown shade. How about their new, I love a good tubing mascara. I'm going to try the brown. I have been using the black tubing mascara in a lot of videos. And I've been using the platinum underneath it, almost like a primer. It's not what it's necessarily for, but let's use this brunette shade. Because I am a brunette after all. So let me go ahead and try that tubing. I really do like a black mascara, I'm not going to lie. But, oops, smudge. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Don't smudge your mascara onto your eyelid. Okay. I had somebody in one of the videos, you guys, you'll laugh at this. Somebody tried to troll me. They said, you're not very good at makeup. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a makeup artist. I never said I was. Yeah, just noticed that now? Hey, you know what? We get along. We get, we're doing okay. I am an editor. I never said I was a makeup artist. No, but she said it so awkwardly. Oh, bless her heart. It's like, if you're going to be a troll, be a bit better spoken. She was like, you're not very good at doing makeup or something. You're not very good at makeuping or something. And I was like, ooh, you're not very good at commenting. It was on it was recent comment on an old video, but I thought, did I ever say I was? I think I go through quite the effort to let you know. You know, if you're going to say there's more on one eye than the other, it's like, yeah. I'm an editor. I do review this stuff professionally, but I'm not a makeup artist. And it's funny, we have so many makeup artists in the community here that are such lovely people, and they know that too. They just want to see if the products are going to perform well for their use. I don't think anyone's looking to me for tips. Please don't. But I'll tell you if the products perform well. This is a great tubing mascara. These are fantastic eyeliners. I mean, they're just so creamy, and they last too. These are like as creamy as Victoria Beckham, but they last a little bit longer. And they're much more affordable. How much are these? Liquid? These are $26. It's a lot more affordable. And yeah, I've been using this platinum tubing mascara underneath the black to make it like a base. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I have been, and it works quite well. I'm able to cover it. So. But there it is with the brown, actually a nice everyday look. And look at that Viseart palette. Can we just? The Apricotine, Lumiere, Etendu. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. What a beautiful, beautiful palette. I like it better than the original Apricotine palette, believe it or not. And this was one of my, God, years ago. How many years ago? Before I even had a channel, this was my favorite Viseart. I know, that was before Violette. Everyone knows Violette steals my heart. But at any rate, they know what they're doing. There's a reason. And if you haven't experienced this Viseart formula, I highly recommend it. So easy to use. Powdery and thin, but so buildable, and the payoff is excellent, but it's dependable, doesn't poof into the air, doesn't fall all over your cheeks. People say to me, what is the Viseart formula most like? It's most like Viseart. And if you haven't tried it and you love eyeshadow, you owe it to yourself. It's just not too thick, not too creamy, nice and thin, nice and buildable, dependable, no fallout. The colors are precise and accurate and creative, and I cannot say enough good things about it. Plus, if you use code Rebecca10 at ViseartParis.com, and I will have it all, I'll have my actual link below to use too, but you'll get 10% off your entire order, and you won't regret it because it is beautiful. But I would like to thank Viseart and Urban Decay. All of these products were sent over to me. So an absolute delightful products, and a delight to share them with you, my lovely viewers. Let's chat in the comments and talk about it. But don't forget, code Rebecca10 gets you 10% off at ViseartParis.com. Let's chat in the comments. Come visit me over on Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget that we do have a membership here on YouTube, and we meet every Friday for a live that I lead. I would love to have you come along. We have a great deal of fun over there. We'll chat in the comments, and of course, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, everybody.